The 1971 Philippine 50 Sentimo coin belongs to the second series of the peso issued after the country adopted the decimal currency system in 1967. This change replaced the old centavo and peso coins with a decimal-based system, aligning the Philippine currency with international standards. At the time, the Central Bank of the Philippines, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, aimed to modernize coinage, introduce updated designs, and reflect the nation's cultural heritage. 1971 was also a period of economic and political transformation in the Philippines under President Ferdinand E. Marcos. The country was preparing for the 1972 declaration of martial law, and national symbols were heavily promoted through currency and coin designs. The obverse features Francisco Baltazar, more popularly known as Francisco Baltazar, the revered Filipino poet and author of the epic Floranda Lavra. Designer influence. The choice of Baltazar reflects the emphasis on Filipino culture and literature. The official coat of arms of the Philippines featuring 3 stars representing Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, the sun with 8 rays, symbolizing the 8 provinces that revolted against Spanish rule, symbols of colonial influences, the American bald eagle and the Spanish lion. Central Bank of the Philippines, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, the denomination 50 Sentimo, struck by the Royal Mint in London, and sometimes by other contracted mints due to demand. Cultural tribute featuring Francisco Baltazar honored the Philippines' literary heritage, national identity. The coin's imagery reinforced Philippine independence and sovereignty while acknowledging its historical journey under Spain and the United States. Economic usage. In the early 1970s, 50 Sentimo still had substantial purchasing power enough for small meals or transportation fares. Pre-martial law era artifact. Coins from 1971 represent the last few years before sweeping political changes in 1972, making them historically significant. Circulated condition, usually worth its face value or slightly more to casual collectors. Uncirculated or proof condition can fetch higher prices, especially if preserved with no scratches or discoloration. Rarity factor. While 1971 mintage was relatively high, well-preserved pieces are sought after by numismatists specializing in pre-martial law coinage. The early 1970s in the Philippines were marked by social and political transformation. In 1967, the country had completed its shift to the decimal system, meaning 100 centimo equaled 1 peso. The 50 Sentimo coin issued in 1971 was part of this modernization and was designed to symbolize national pride, cultural heritage, and economic progress. Before 1967, Philippine currency was still influenced by designs and denominations from the post-World War II era. The switch to decimal coinage was done to simplify trade and commerce, align with international standards, and provide clearer value representation for everyday transactions. The 50 Sentimo coin became one of the higher value coins in the new system. Francisco Baltazar (1788–1862), immortalized on the obverse, is considered the father of Tagalog literature. His epic Floranda at Laura is still studied in Philippine schools. Featuring Baltazar was part of the government's initiative to highlight Filipino heroes beyond just revolutionary figures, honoring intellectual and artistic achievements. The reverse of the coin bears the official coat of arms of the Philippines, a powerful blend of native and colonial imagery. Sun with 8 rays, symbolizing the first 8 provinces that revolted against Spanish rule. 3 stars representing Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, reflecting the Philippines' ties to both the United States and Spain. The year 1971 was a tense period. The Philippines was experiencing protests, student activism, and social unrest. The government's use of coins and banknotes as symbols of unity was part of a broader effort to promote nationalism amid political division. 1971, 50 Sentimo had purchasing power equivalent to several pesos today. It could buy street snacks, pay partial transportation fares, or even purchase small market goods. The coin was widely circulated and seen in daily commerce. The 1971 50 Sentimo coin was minted in large numbers to meet the demands of a growing population. Most pieces were struck in copper nickel, chosen for its durability against wear and corrosion in tropical climates. Due to the Philippines' lack of advanced minting facilities at the time, some coins including the 1971 50 Sentimo were produced abroad, particularly by the Royal Mint in London. This ensured high-quality strikes and uniformity. 50 Sentimo. Design remained consistent from the late 1960s through the early 1970s. This stability helped people easily recognize denominations during the rapid modernization of the currency system. Market vendors, jeepney drivers, and sari-sari store owners commonly handled the 50 Sentimo coin. It was considered almost 1 peso, making it significant for medium value transactions without requiring banknotes. 1971 issue belongs to the pre-martial law series. After 1972, coin designs gradually changed, with more focus on state symbolism and larger portrait imagery. Featuring balactas was not just a nod to literature, but also a reflection. Thank you for watching. It represents an important step in the evolution of modern Philippine coinage, combining national symbolism, new design principles, and enhanced security features. The new generation currency NGC coin series was launched in March 2018, though the coins bear dates from 2018 backward to 2015. The 25 Sentimo coin dated 2015 is one of the earliest minted coins under this reformed system. The purpose of this series was to replace the older BSP coin series, 1995 to 2017, and to address issues of coin forgery, circulation confusion, and poor coin durability. The BSP aimed for a fresh, uniform look across denominations while incorporating design elements reflecting Filipino heritage, geography, and economy. The catman flower represents the rich biodiversity and natural beauty of the Philippines. The use of indigenous flora was a deliberate move by the BSP to highlight the country's ecological identity. Updated logo adopted in 2010, featuring 3 stars and a sun from the national flag, an eagle symbolizing strength, a pillar representing the banking system, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The reverse ties the coin to the authority that governs Philippine monetary policy, with a focus on economic stability and modernization. 2015. The Philippines was undergoing economic growth and modernization, with increasing attention to financial reforms and public confidence in national institutions. The decision to redesign the coinage aligned with this progress. The country experienced one of Southeast Asia's highest GDP growth rates. There were active efforts to push for clean, secure, and durable currency. The central bank's redesign aimed to address previous complaints of confusing coin sizes and worn-out features. The 25 Sentimo has low monetary value. It shares key design principles with higher denominations in the NGC series: consistent font and clean layout, floral imagery for denomination identification, improved durability with nickel-plated steel, smaller size for convenience and differentiation. Due to these features, the NGC coins are easier to distinguish and harder to counterfeit than the previous series. The 25 Sentimo is considered fractional currency, often used in exact change transactions in public markets, transportation fares, and retail pricing. However, due to inflation, the 25 Sentimo has increasingly become less significant in daily trade, leading to reduced public. The Philippine 25 Sentimo 2015 coin stands as a modest yet meaningful component of the country's monetary system. Its clean design, local symbolism, and role in the transition to a modernized currency. Here's a brief evolution leading up to the 2015 version. Pre-Hispanic and Spanish period. There were no centavo coins during pre-colonial or early colonial periods. Barter was common. 190319 for 5. American era. The 25 centavos coin was larger, silver-based, and featured Filipino imagery like a man with a hammer and Mount Mayon. Post-19 for 6. Independence. The Philippine government issued its own coins, including a new 25 Sentimo made from base metals. Earlier versions included the face of Juan Luna or other Filipino heroes. 1975 to 1983. The coin transitioned to smaller, aluminum bronze issues under Marcos era reforms. 1995 BSP series featured national heroes. The 25 Sentimo bore Juan Luna's portrait. 2015 NGC series marks a shift in theme from honoring people to celebrating nature and national symbolism. The 2015 version therefore represents a break from tradition, emphasizing flora over famous figures, and streamlining design for easier recognition. The catman Dillenia philippinensis was chosen for the 25 Sentimo because it is endemic to the Philippines, symbolizing uniqueness and native pride. Known for its medicinal properties, often used in treating colds, fevers, and sore throats, a tree that thrives in diverse climates, representing Filipino adaptability and endurance. Its fruit is used in local cooking, linking it to Filipino culinary heritage. By placing the catman on the coin, the BSP emphasized environmental awareness and biodiversity, a growing concern in modern national policy. The Bangko Central ng Pilipinas BSP Mint, located in Quezon City, is responsible for minting all Philippine coins. For the 2015 NGC coin series, the nickel-plated steel plankets were likely imported or prepared using international-grade blanks. New high-speed minting machines were employed to ensure uniform striking, crisp detail, and improved resistance to wear. Quality control standards were enhanced to minimize errors and misprints. Occasional mint errors off centers, double dies can be found and are sought by collectors. The mid-2010s, inflation had eroded the purchasing power of coins. Below 1 peso, the 25 Sentimo could barely buy a piece of candy or was used only in rounding up totals. Retailers, jeepney drivers, and even banks began rejecting small change or rounding off prices, rendering coins like the 25 Sentimo functionally obsolete. However, the BSP continues to circulate these denominations to ensure pricing precision in the economy. The coin is common in circulation. Specific variants or conditions make certain 2015-5 Sentimo coins attractive, brilliant uncirculated boo or proof-like coins in sealed sets or special releases. Mint errors like off-center strikes, planchet cracks, or misaligned dies. Some online sales or collector